Hello everyone, hope you all are happy and doing well in life. Those of you who are watching me for the first time, I'm Aditya and I welcome you to my channel. You all must have often heard this particular saying from the people in your relationship that you don't understand me, you don't get me, or you don't know what I'm feeling, or you can't even understand what my emotions are. Right? This generally happens to most of us in some or the other way. And perhaps there is a reason that why this happens. Maybe the other person is right, that we are not able to understand this. And there are a lot of other factors which usually disturbs our relationship. In this particular video, we'll try and talk about those three qualities which you all must develop in order to nurture a good and a meaningful relationship with everyone around us. It is not just restricted to the people in partnerships or relationship, but also the relationship between the parent and the children, the senior and the junior, the office colleagues, or maybe the life partners. So in this video, we are going to talk about the three qualities which are very much essential in order to cultivate a happy and a healthy relationship with the people who matter to us. In this list, the first quality is the empathy or the ability to empathize. Now, empathy is simply the ability to understand someone else's feeling or a state of mind. You might say that, Aditya, how can a teenager understand what the parents are feeling? Or how can parents who are, let's say, in the 50s or 60s can understand their kids' feelings or emotions who are there in the age group of 15 years or 20 years, 25 years? Similarly, someone who has recently joined an organization, how can that fellow understand what the senior office colleague is expecting or what kind of a state of mind he or she is in? Similarly, how can two partners even understand and empathize who come from very different social and cultural background, right? It might seem very difficult, but yes, it is possible and doable. At least it is important that in the relationship, one of the person try and empathize the other person if in case you want the relationship to go ahead. For example, in the case of children and the parents, it is quite possible that the children might not be able to empathize with the parents, right? Because they are younger in age, they might not understand what their parents are going through in their life, and because parents do not express every emotion with their kids, so it is very much possible that because of lack of experience or because of a younger age, kids are not in a state of mind to completely empathize their parents. So here comes the responsibility of the parents to understand what their kids are going through in their life, either biologically, psychologically, emotionally, and then be a little bacha in kind of in their attitude and try and deal with their kids in that fashion, right? It is important that you deal your kids like their friends only to be able to have a deeper connect. Otherwise, what will happen? The kids will start alienating from you, they will start hiding a lot of things from you, and which will again germinate into a not so beautiful, not so meaningful, not so fulfilling relationship maybe. Similarly, let's say if it is about the senior and the junior, maybe it is the responsibility of someone who is in the senior position to try and understand how someone feels when someone enters the organization, right? What kind of a state of mind he or she can have. And it is the responsibility of someone who is in the senior position to take a step ahead and try and empathize. Similarly, in a relationship, I think because both the partners are on equal footing, so here the responsibility lies on both of them to equally give time and space to understand what is the state of mind of the other partner, where he or she is coming from. Now, the bigger question is that how do we empathize, right? What are the ways to empathize with someone? Is there a formula? Is there a way? Certainly, there are few things with which you can develop the ability to empathize with the other person. It does not come naturally to most of us. So yes, we can try doing certain things in order to empathize with the other person. The first thing is that try and listen to the other person attentively and carefully. Most of the times it happens that in the relationship we try and put forward our argument just to prove ourselves right or to negate someone else's argument. Right? That should not be the case. If you want to cultivate a better relationship, it is very important that you try and listen the other party first of all, with patience and with your heart and head in their words. Try and listen first of all. I think half of the problem will be solved there and there. Then you try and put yourself in their position. If you would have been there, would your stance would be similar as it is now, or would it differ? I'm sure that you will get your answer yourself. So I think these are the two important ways to develop the ability to empathize. The second habit which we all need to cultivate in our lifestyle is to say sorry, thank you, and please. These three are the most magical words which I have learned from my father, and how beautifully he handled the relationship with his wife, that is my mother, and with all of us in the family. Trust me, these three words are far more important than they are kind of projected. And trust me, these three words have not done any harm to all of us. I think they have done much more good than doing any kind of harm. So even if you feel that the other person might be wrong, or even if you feel that there is some doubt and you do not know who is right or wrong, actually it should not be the case in the relationship that you evaluate or judge with the parameter of right or wrong. Rather, if you feel that there is some issue, it is better that you say sorry, or maybe you can say that I don't know what is the reason, what is the cause, but yes, I would like to apologize for whatever has happened, and maybe I will try and develop this particular habit that you want to have in me, or maybe I would like to change myself like this, or maybe I will improve myself further. Similarly, you can say thank you if the other person is apologizing or saying sorry. Right? It is your responsibility to kind of at least say thank you if the other person is saying sorry to you. Similarly, whenever you are expecting something, whenever you want something, either someone is expected or not expected, irrespective of that, if you can say please to that, I think that will definitely cool down the other person. So I think these three words are very, very important. The more you try and include them in your daily routine, and don't just include them meaninglessly. Rather, instead of having a mechanical inclusion of these words in your vocabulary, better is that you kind of genuinely say these words, right? Because that will ultimately reflect in your attitude, in your facial expression, in your non-verbal communication. So it is better that you genuinely mean it. But yes, to begin with, you can at least start including them in your lexicon, in your vocabulary. The last and the most important thing, which I feel is very, very important, is to have a communication. Now, we generally take a lot of people in our life for granted because we feel that they are our parents, so why should we talk to them, right? They would understand us. They are our kids, we are taking care of their responsibilities. Why do we need to spend time beyond our responsibilities? He or she is my husband or wife. I am taking care of the responsibilities either outside the home or inside the home. Now that is enough. I think it is important that you develop the habit of communicating with the other person. Try and have even a non-trivial discussion also. It is not that you have to pick up a topic and then have a discussion around it. Maybe simple, normal talks in life is very, very important. And don't just chat on WhatsApp. Just have a meaningful conversation. Maybe how are they doing, what they are doing, what do they like doing, right? Try and understand the other person. It would depend upon what kind of relationship which you want to develop, and accordingly your communication style would differ. But yes, the important part is, or the crux of the matter is, that you need to have more engaging conversation. And the more interest you will take in kind of developing a communication, the relationship would be more stronger. So these were the three things that I wanted to talk about in today's video. There are a lot of other qualities which we need to develop in ourselves. We'll try and learn more about those qualities together and understand what is the logical path to follow that habit or cultivate that habit, and why we should develop those kind of qualities in ourselves. But yes, so far I think these three qualities are good to go. I would request you all to kindly subscribe to my channel, and also please feel free to like and share with your friends if you found it meaningful and relevant for yourself. Stay tuned, stay happy, take care.